if an emotion is getting exposed, like let's say behind this wall, remember the wall is fear, right? Behind the wall is the emotion you have to feel, right? The one that's going to heal you is right there, just straight behind the wall. And the wall is generally fear, right, of something. Be specific. It's not just a generalised fear, it's a fear in particular of this emotion, is it not? In front of the wall is the addictions. And you're here. What are you going to have to do? If a feeling is on a feeling and an emotion is about becoming 100% emotionally, what are you going to have to do? If you want to, this is the healing emotion here, this one. That heals you. I heal when I feel that. What am I going to have to do? Eloisa, just help me through the process.
I'm going to have to go through these addictions.
I'm going to have to feel...
You're going to have to feel them.
The addictions.
To their full extent.
Correct.
How much I want them.
What happens when I feel them?
They're going to get bombed out of there.
Oh, and then I'm face to face with my wall. So I'm here now.
Then I'm going to have to feel through my fear.
Correct. All right. What does feeling my fear do?
Eliminates my wall of fear.
All right. So now I'm there.
And then I reckon you're probably not going to have much problem in actually feeling the
the
actual
emotion.
emotion.
Exactly. And when I feel that emotion, my body heals. My love internally that I have that I can reflect grows, and then I'm in business, right? I've gone through that emotion, right? And so that then, now that I'm healed, I've no longer got that emotion in me, and it's no longer affecting the rest of my life. It's no longer governing my decisions. It's no longer determining my thoughts. It's no longer determining how I interact with every person around me. All of that stopped. Does that make sense? All gone when I take those steps. Now, what the majority of us want to do is this. Here's our wall. That's fear. Here's our healing emotion that we need to feel. Here's our addiction. This is our grief usually, isn't it? Shame, whatever it is. And here's us. What do we want to do? You tell me, Philippa, what you want to do. What do you want to do with it?
Either not feel it at all or bypass it.
Correct. Like here's the after, being after all of that. What do we want to do? Somehow, I don't know how you're going to do it, to be honest, but somehow you want to get from there across to there by somehow digging a tunnel and getting under the whole lot.
Yeah.
By somehow avoiding all of that process from an emotional perspective, right? And you know one way that most New Age people have experimented with to get from there to there? It's a really, really easy way that most people have used. They tell themselves they're already there. That's what they do. And of course it's not real. It's completely unreal. But they tell themselves they're already there. They're already over the addictions. They don't have any fear. They don't have any grief to feel anymore. It's all gone. Isn't it wonderful? We're in a wonderful world. It's so lovely. And the reality is everything they do is coloured by the emotions that are still within. So it's all fake. It's all not real. But that's what the majority of people try to do. We tell ourselves we haven't got it. We tell ourselves we don't need to do it. We tell ourselves that we shouldn't do it. We tell ourselves that if we do it, something bad's going to happen. And we have we'll come up with 100 different explanations if we have to. Right? And what I'm suggesting, if you want to be a 100% emotional being, you won't choose to do that. You won't choose to avoid anything. You won't choose to try to get there using some unknown method that hasn't been created by anyone, including God. You will do the method that God created, which is feel the addiction, feel the fear, feel the grief. You will go through the emotional process. You will choose to because you want to. That's what you'll do. Right? Majority of us don't do that, right? Really. What we do is we try to circumvent it. We work out how to do it. We discuss it with somebody else. Do you know how to get around this addiction somehow? Do you know how to get over this fear somehow without actually going through it? Do you know how to feel... to get rid of this grief? is there some magical solution? Can I, and this is why we're addicted to magical solutions, Oh, there's a potion that gets me through all of that. I'll take the potion. There's a pill that I can take called antidepressant. I take that, get over all that, right? We do whatever we can do physically to avoid the process. We do whatever we can do emotionally to avoid the process. We do whatever we do sexually to avoid the process. We engage all of these ways and means of controlling the process. When all we've got to do is choose to be a 100% emotional being and go through the process. Like, sometimes I look at what people do in their lives and I go, yeah, wow, if my life was that complicated, I don't know what I would do. Like I know I'd get rid of the complication. That's what I'd be focused on first, But I just look at some people's lives and go, wow, how complicated can you make your life? Like, turn something that's so simple into something that's so hard and complicated and difficult, and then you're dealing with the compensatory effects of all of that as well. Like, every unloving choice that's made in that space has to be dealt with, has to be felt, and it's just like making a mountain sometimes out of a molehill with regard to our emotions. Because we believe the molehill is a mountain before we begin. And it's only a belief. You see, if we had the right, proper understanding of emotion, we wouldn't believe the mountain is a molehill or the molehill is a mountain. We would say a mountain's a mountain and a molehill's a molehill. It's just an emotion, every one of them that we can feel. So some of our emotions are large, but it's just an emotion we can feel. And some of our emotions are very small and we turn them into making them large. That's not very honest, but it's also just an emotion we can feel. That's it.